Hey guys, it's Matt with Accelerating Alpha. Today we're going to talk about the Acorns investing app. I've personally been using this app since August of 2016 and I'm pretty happy with the results. I think it's a great way for newcomers who are new to investing and saving to start saving, but I also think it's something for those people who maybe are investors or have been investing and saving for several years. For me, it's not the sharpest tool in the shed or my biggest tool, but it is a tool I like to have in my toolbox, and I've seen some really great returns. So we're going to dive on into my account and see how I've done since August of 2016 when I first started. Okay guys, so diving into my Acorns, you'll see I'm currently at 5,737 as of December 17th, 2019. Keep in mind, I started in August of 2016, and for the most part, I've just done the roundups plus a $25 weekly recurring investment, and I have it set on aggressive. So you can see my growth throughout, and I'm currently averaging 16.66%. Ironically, a little scary there, 666. On my return. Now, that doesn't include dividends, as I'll show you in a minute, because dividends are actually going to bring my overall return to just over $1,000. So I've only invested about $4,700 and some change of my own money. And the growth has been really, really good. I mean, normally with the stock market, anything from 6 to 12% is normally great. 12% is just very optimistic. But, seeing this type of growth all the time is great. And I can see, for the past 1 year, I'm at 19.37, 6 months, we're at 8%. So it fluctuates throughout the year. And this is why I think it's really good for somebody new to invest in, because they can see the market fluctuations and they can get used to saving and investing. So if you have a friend who perhaps is not really big on saving or investing, I would really recommend that they get this app, because it really is fun to set it, forget it, and watch your money grow. So coming on over here now, you can see my portfolio, what it's made out of. So large cap companies, large companies, international companies, small companies, emerging markets, and some real estate as well. And you can see the percentages, the number of shares. It does let you do fractional shares. So I have all the dividends reinvesting as well. And then just going through here, you can see things like, we can go to the past. You can see kind of more details here. So you see the dividends I've talked about, my gains and losses, what I've got from referrals, and then found money. Acorns does this thing that's really cool, where they'll run deals with certain companies where, for example, if you were to book with Airbnb, you'll get $10 for that booking deposited directly from Airbnb into your Acorns account. So that's pretty cool. And then you kind of see here just all my investments pretty constant throughout. These returns are pretty good, but I know there was even a couple months there where I had some issue with my bank account connecting with Acorns because I switched to Ally Bank. And I was investing for about 2 or 3 months. So even with that, I'm still pretty happy with what I've seen. So kind of going, invest for your future. You see automatic roundups, reoccurring. I can change the cycles to months, weeks, daily. I can even do roundups. You can even change the dollar amount of your roundups. You can add multipliers to it. You can link multiple cards to it as well. For me, I just went ahead and I just have a debit card linked. With that said, as you guys probably know, since you're watching this channel, I use credit cards a whole lot, and I would link that to Acorns. However, a lot of times there's a fee when you link your credit card, and I have so many credit cards, and then I cancel them a lot of times after a year if I'm not getting value out of them. It's just not even worth it. I'd much rather just make up that difference I'm spending on a credit card by increasing my reoccurring investment. So here's the portfolios that I was talking about, and you see I'm currently on aggressive. It's made up of all those companies. You have moderately aggressive, which has bonds, which I'm not really a fan of. You can go ahead and you can look at charts from corporate and government bonds and They just don't perform as well as the stock market does. And at our age, and really for anybody watching, I don't care if you're 60 years old, I would really push those and suggest that you would consider keeping your account on aggressive, because that's where you're going to see the most growth. And I have some friends that have put their account on moderate or moderately aggressive, thinking they're doing the smart thing, but my earnings for the past 3 years has outpaced them significantly. Now that could change, so maybe in 3 years they're doing better than me, but I doubt it. I really think bonds are just going to bring it down. And then of course you have conservative, which is all bonds and everything like that, which isn't really worth talking about. If you want to see the companies that are actually made up in each sector, you can simply go in your portfolio, click on the actual large company stocks, for example, in the aggressive portfolio. You can see Apple, Microsoft, Google, Berkshire Hathaway, Amazon, and JP Morgan Chase. And then of course for your conservative, you see certain corporate bonds, like bonds from Verizon. So some of you guys might prefer to use like a Robinhood, a TD Ameritrade, or a Webull, or essentially a private broker to invest instead of Acorns. And that's absolutely fine. They're two totally different things. Those private brokerages are great, and I have one, and I really enjoy using that. And I have a lot more money in my brokerage than I do Acorns. But here's why I like Acorns. Really, I think we need to keep it simple. I like individual stocks, but as a whole, just like I've mentioned in a previous video in which Warren Buffett made a bet with a large hedge fund manager that he could beat what the hedge fund manager did simply by investing in a low-cost ETF that tracked the S&P 500, Warren Buffett won it in a landslide. And Acorns keeps me from making dumb decisions, which I like to make in my TD Ameritrade account occasionally. For my 401ks, I like to do low-cost ETFs, and for Acorns, that's essentially what it's investing in, but it has its own custom portfolio, which I like, and I'm using my student email account from college, so I'm still actually haven't paid $1 in fees. So I like that a lot, and with Acorns, I don't even miss the money. It's fun to just log in every 5-6 months and see how far I've come. And it's really great because it gets me in the habit of saving. And for somebody who's new, this can be a tremendous way to get them to think about saving and investing, which honestly really isn't that fun of a topic unless you have a natural passion for it like I do. Something else really fun that I normally like to do at the end of every year is to go to my Personal Capital, which is a website that tracks all your investment accounts. So it looks at my 401ks, my savings accounts, checking accounts, Acorns, and TD Ameritrade accounts, and my IRAs as well. They're all linked there, and it gives me several different dashboards and visualizations to see how my performance has been. What I am always surprised by, and I shouldn't be, is the fact that Acorns is consistently towards the top, if not the top, my best performing asset. That's why I like to keep Acorns. I enjoy it. It doesn't cost me anything since I'm using my student account. And even if it did, I would still keep it because it's so easy to just get in the habit of saving. And it's fun to go ahead to pull up the account and to see how much I've actually earned without having to do anything. So if you're looking for a way to save, or maybe for like a different way to approach investing and saving and have a smaller tool in your toolbox, I think Acorns is one of the best apps out there to do it. It shouldn't be the only app. It shouldn't be the only thing you use to save. You still need to have your 401ks. I personally think you should still have your private brokerage, even if it is a Webull or Robinhood or TD Ameritrade or whichever. But this is a good tool to use, and it can only make you smarter, wiser, and more wealthy. So thank you everybody for watching. I have a link in the description below if you are interested in sign up for Acorns. If you use it, you should get like a free $5 or $10. It changes all the time with Acorns. It could be $20. I'm not sure, but I'll make sure to keep it updated as long as this video is getting views. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys next week.